speaking to you now as a friend and as your king, I wonder if I might prevail upon you to assist me with some other matters. One that is a matter of state, and another that is of a more personal nature. Rivenspire is the real problem. The quibbling between the noble houses there seems to have turned bloody. I would send you with my authority to try to restore order. I will join you when I can. And then there's the personal matter. That damn guillotine. For reasons you might recall, I want it demolished. I've given the order to Captain Ernell, but on your way out of Wayrest, I would ask that you ensure it's being done thoroughly. Your help with both these matters is much appreciated. Until that damn guillotine's been dismantled, I won't be able to sleep. And more importantly, until the matter in Rivenspire is resolved, the Covenant will be severely weakened. Honestly, I deserve some of the blame for Rivenspire's troubles myself. After Rancer's war, I didn't trust any of the nobles enough to give them the throne, so I appointed 3 houses to share rule of the kingdom. Seemed like a smart strategy. So it seems. Maria actually counseled me to appoint a single ruler in Rivenspire more than a year ago. I should have listened. But after the mess with Rancer, there's something about nearly having my head on a pike that's hard to forget. Well, yes. My decision to marry Maria instead of King Rancer's daughter really stuck in the man's craw. He had Wayrest surrounded at one point. I remember I even dreamt about my head on a pike. Of course, as you know, I've had worse nightmares.
Aha! So you returned from Gavadon with another feather in your cap. Defeating the Iron Hand ogres. Wish I could claim such an accomplishment. Frankly, it's an honor to know you. Is there anything you need from me? Why, yes, of course, yes. Take it down and burn it. The king told me this was of the highest priority. I'll admit, I thought he was joking, but I assume he wouldn't have sent you if that was the case. We'll redouble our efforts.
Build it, take it down. Bright side of all this is that I'm getting paid either way.
You know, I'm actually relieved. The thought of public executions. Do 2 wrongs really make a right?
My prices can't be beat.
So now we have to take the whole thing down? I wish the king would make up his mind.
My prices can't be beat. Buying goods at fair prices.
What do we have here? I think I see a fellow lover of adventure, and I'm betting it's no accident that you're headed this way. Am I right? Have Rivenspire's troubles become your troubles too? Ha! Easier said than done, I'm afraid. But I'm glad to hear Emmerich gives a damn. We thought maybe our dispatches weren't getting through. I was about to walk to Wayrest myself, but you saved me that trouble. And I suspect you can help me further. If you haven't noticed, Rivenspire's caught up in a civil war as bloody as old Rancer's rebellion. This time it's Baron Montclair. He's apparently decided he'll be the king of Shornhelm, whether the rest of the noble houses like it or not. Welcome to Rivenspire, land of women and war.
Your trading here.
So this trip turned out to be far shorter and far more fortuitous than I expected. That's assuming you're up to the challenge, of course. If you haven't noticed, Rivenspire's caught up in a civil war as bloody as old Rancer's rebellion. This time it's Baron Montclair. He's apparently decided he'll be the king of Shornhelm, whether the rest of the noble houses like it or not. Sure did. The bastard bribed the city guard, attacked the other nobles, and seized half of Shornhelm. Now Montclair's troops are all over, and the Shornhelm guard's getting its buttocks kicked. So, want to help me save the kingdom? Think of the glory. It'll be just like Rancer's war. We'll rescue Rivenspire and the women will swoon. It'll be great, you'll see. Go on to Shornhelm's chapel and tell Countess Tamrith I recruited you to the cause. I'll be along as soon as I can. What makes tyrants do any of the things they do? Ambition? Glory? I certainly don't know. What I do know is that Montclair's forces have taken half the capital, and will soon take the rest of it unless the Shornhelm Guard gets some help. Baron Wylan Montclair. Not much to say, really. Before this, he shared rule with two other noble houses, Dorel and Tamrith. Countess Tamrith says they were never very close, but she certainly wasn't expecting him to start a war. She's the head of one of the noble houses, young, but smart, and very devout. I'm told she studied in Stormhaven, and has Emmerich's favor. She's not unattractive either. But she is my current employer, so I try not to notice. It was quite the talk of Tamriel at the time. Surprised you don't know about it. It was over 10 years ago. Our beloved High King insulted King Rancer of Shornhelm over some minor indiscretion. Rancer reacted poorly and declared war on Wayrest. If you can call it that. Lasted about a year. Just long enough for Emmerich's troops to get a little exercise. When it was over, Rancer was dead and peace was restored to the kingdom. The triumvirate of nobles has been running Rivenspire ever since. A little of this, a little of that. Lending my sword to just causes, flirting with the ladies. I've drank in every inn and tavern between here and Glenumbra. And I've beat my friend Scordo at cards every chance I get. It's great to see you again.
Buying, selling, I've got what you need.
You there, please. You must help me.
No chance to have a look.
All right, the Countess has given us our orders. Let's head west and see if there's any truth to those disturbing rumors.
You sent the guard west? To chase a rumor? We need those troops to protect Shornhelm.
Only some of them, Baron. My father would have done the same. Captain Genevieve will discover the truth and report back.
Countess, Baron, please. We must remain focused. As long as Montclair controls the upper city, the whole region remains at risk.
How can we trust you, Count Ravenwatch? Your friendship with Montclair is well known. What did you offer those captains to betray us?
I care for the Count even less than you, Baron, but he hasn't done anything to warrant such accusations. Yet.
We must end this debate and take action. Make an example of the two traitors and retake the upper city. How can the two of you not see that?
I do not disagree, Baron, but we need to proceed with caution. There is more to this situation than meets the eye. I know I make you both nervous. Perhaps we should continue this after our blood has cooled?
Mind your tempers, gentlemen. We have a visitor. Come forward, friend, and state your business.
Bah! You both try my patience. I can almost understand what drove Montclair to abandon our triumvirate.
I returned to Shornhelm after my father's death to find a city divided and our land in peril. Baron Dorell means well, but he'd rather rush forward than take a moment to examine the path ahead. But what brings you to Rivenspire, friend? Of course, the light provides as always. Baron Montclair is changed. We need to find out what has driven him to this perilous course of action. A letter? A journal? We need something to give us more insight into why he has betrayed us. 2 Shornhelm Guard officers. They defected to Montclair's side and helped him take over the upper city. Look for Orlazog Grayarzal and Juberik Gain. Perhaps you can deal with these traitors and discover Montclair's motivations. Baron Dorell can tell you more. Ambitious? I suppose he was no more or less so than any house noble. My father never liked the man, though. But to change so drastically? To put innocent people in harm's way? I pray for the wisdom to understand our foe. I suppose he hopes we will surrender and agree to his terms, but that's not going to happen. Neither House Tamrith nor House Dorell will give in to such outrageous demands. And I know the High King won't allow such treachery to go unpunished. The Baron sees me as a child, and I find him to be a pompous ass. Light grant me patience. I know that he wants to appear strong, in control, but we need to peer into the shadows and determine what has led to Montclair's bold actions. House Ravenwatch is an old Rivenspire family. As for Verandis, I do not like the man. Be that as it may, and despite his long friendship with Montclair, the Count seems genuine in his willingness to help. He cares deeply about our people.
Heed my words, friend. There is more to Montclair's betrayal than the Baron and the Countess know. I suggest you proceed with caution when you enter the upper city. I'm a lesser noble of the city, offering what assistance I can during this time of trouble. The Baron and I were friends, yes, good friends. But that was before this madness overtook him. Dorell sees traitors behind every pillar, but his intentions are good. He truly cares for Rivenspire and its people. He simply has the social skills of a sober Nord. Tamrith is overly occupied with spiritual matters. She'd rather pray for my lost soul than engage in a rational discussion, much like her mother. Her late father was another matter. Sensible, strong, pragmatic. Her younger sister takes after him. Yes, Captain Genevieve of the Rivenspire Guard. In fact, the Countess just sent the good captain to investigate disturbing rumors from the western countryside. But rumors are for later. We have a more immediate problem right here in Shornhelm.
Find those traitors and make them pay. Let's show everyone what it means to betray the city of Shornhelm. Situation? What's to tell? Baron Montclair betrayed all of Shornhelm and has taken over half the city. People have been killed or injured, property destroyed. And now Montclair has demanded that we surrender and crown him King of Rivenspire. Now you sound like the Countess. Who cares why he wants to be king? The only thing that matters is that we stop him before he takes over all of Shornhelm. The man is a cad and a coward. I will never bend my knee to him. Never! I don't know what Montclair promised them, but we can't let such disloyalty go unpunished. We must show resolve in this matter. We must deal harshly with these traitors. They'll be in the upper city, probably in the barracks or Montclair Manor. She's young and inexperienced. She hesitates, turns to prayer instead of her own good sense. A ruler has to think and act, not pray to bloody Arcade for every little thing. If we hesitate in this, we'll surely lose everything we hold dear.
Light it!
Hey, you there! A little help here. Damn Montclair bastards caught me snooping around. If you unlock this cage, I'll be your best friend for life. I needed some quiet time. What do you think I'm doing in here? I went and got myself captured. I'm one of the Shornhelm Guard. Look, let me out of this cell, and I can help you. Good question. You shouldn't, but that doesn't mean we're not on the same side. I bet they sent you to find information about Montclair. Open the cell and I'll tell you what I know. I appreciate the help. You're all right in my book. Now I need to report back to Baron Dorell.
Did you hear something?
Send you? Let me show you the power.
Ingrid Van speaks highly of you. If you're high in her esteem, you're high in mine. My grief is without end.
What news do you bring from the upper city? Have the traitors been dealt with? Damn! Montclair's Argonian is as crazy as an outhouse skeever. His soldiers kidnapped a few nobles, grabbed them in broad daylight. Probably hopes to use them as insurance against us. But he must realize that I never negotiate with terrorists. Then we have to act fast. Go to the Mews and free Lady Aurene Tamrith, Nithan Albergama, and Sir Estienne Gillen. If you can take out Rizal Jewel along the way, all the better. In the meantime, we'll mobilize the Shornhelm Guard and retake the upper city.
This Rizal Jewel seized nobles. Such brazen acts must not be tolerated, Baron.
Indeed. It is time to act, Countess. No more talk. No more debate.
How can we walk in the light if we leave innocent townsfolk to languish? Wait, are you agreeing with me?
Don't look so shocked, Isolde. It was bound to happen eventually. Our friend will go to the Mews to free the hostages and stop the reinforcements while we assault the upper city. A two-pronged approach.
Well, all right then. Baron, if you would, give the command and rally the Shornhelm Guard.
It will be my pleasure. It's time to show those Montclair cowards what it means to betray the people of Rivenspire.
One moment, friend. I may know something about the Fevered Mews. The Fevered Mews. I haven't thought about that place since I was a child. It's a ravine beyond the upper city. It's been sealed off for years. They used to send the ill and infirm there. Those afflicted with the plague, Khajiit fever, Argonian leprosy, things like that. But that was a long time ago. The ravine is riddled with small caves, as I recall. There's an even older section, an ancient ruin. If this Argonian is using a portal to bring reinforcements into the city, I suspect those ruins would make a proper staging ground.
so fast, my friend. You don't have to deal with this on your own. I assume you have come to rescue the nobles and stop Montclair's reinforcements. But if Riz al-Ghul is here, you shouldn't have to face him alone. I am not without resources of my own. When I discovered that Montclair had left the city and heard that the nobles had been taken captive, it wasn't difficult to ferret out the mad Argonian's hiding place. I have loyal associates. Let's leave it at that for the time being. Suffice to say, we have nothing but Rivenspire's best interests at heart. Now, let's go rescue those nobles. Well, the Argonian, he has been at Montclair's side for a long time. He is a skilled warrior and an alchemist. I believe he may also have darker interests, including necromancy. Understand this. Riz al-Ghul is powerful and not quite sane.
Send someone for me. He's the ambassador from Alakir. Did I mention that? Baron Montclair and his Argonian general, Riz al-Ghul, attacked the nobles of Shornhelm. This is an outrage.
I prayed that I wouldn't be left to that lizard's tortures. They poked and prodded me. I'm of House Tamrith. How dare they?
I'm surprised Baron Dorel didn't accompany you here. He's never been one to shy away.
Horrible Argonian, Riz al-Ghul, said he would turn me into a powerful creature. Why would I want that? Ah, sweet freedom. Thank you so much for coming to my rescue.
I suspect that Riz al-Ghul is behind that stone door, along with his portal. We need to stop him from bringing through more reinforcements. I'm surprised Baron Dorel didn't accompany you here. He's never been one to shy away from getting his hands bloody in defense of house and country. Shornhelm's stability affects all of Rivenspire. If Montclair and his allies take over the city, I fear all of Rivenspire would soon fall. And then they would look beyond our borders. He's always fancied himself the true heir to Rance's throne. I usually leave politics to the other nobles. I prefer to deal quietly with more unusual problems. As for the why of things, call it an obligation, but now is not the time to discuss the past.
Kill them. Kill them all.
Feel the magic. There's a portal close by. We need to close it before we're overrun by more Montclair soldiers. I should be able to close the portal. It won't take me more than a few seconds. There. That should keep them out. Shornhelm will be safe now. I shall begin my research at once, try to determine where Riz al-Jul has gone. In the meantime, you should seek out the High King. With the portal closed, we stopped Riz al-Jul from sneaking more Montclair troops into the city. It is frustrating, though, that Riz al-Jul slipped away. That Argonian is sly and cowardly. No, and that's what worries me. He must be tracked down and dealt with swiftly. Thanks to your efforts, though, Montclair's plan to take control of Shornhelm has been stopped. You should inform High King Emmerich and the other nobles. According to my sources, he was close before I entered the Mews. I have no doubt that the Shornhelm Guard has reclaimed the upper city. I assume Dorel, Tamrith, and the High King are even now in Shornhelm Castle. Give Emmerich my regards.
I was just about to go in after you. Thought maybe you were stuck in a cage or something. Bunch of whiners, Montclair's troops. The moment we really pushed back, they broke off and demanded we accept their surrender. Dorel wants to execute the lot of them, but the Countess wants to consult with the High King. Too soft-hearted she is. Wanted to let you know that High King Emmerich has arrived. He's in Shornhelm Castle with the Baron and the Countess. Me? I think I might leave when this is all over. Join the Fighters Guild, see the world. Certainly could use the change.
I've never felt so happy.
Well?
Slowly.
We dislodged House Montclair from its nest. The upper city is ours, and Shornhelm is free.
While you were gone, we liberated the upper city. House Montclair's hold on Shornhelm has been shattered.
Here we have the savior of Shornhelm, I presume. You should know that Baron Dorel and Countess Tamrith have been quite generous in their praise of you. I trust you were able to close this portal Montclair was using to bring in reinforcements? I'm not surprised. Verandis and I go back many years. He has a habit of making people nervous, but I've been trying to reassure Baron Dorell and Countess Tamrith he is loyal to the people of Rivenspire. Did you also defeat this Rizal Jewel? Then I suppose we'll have to track him down, he and Montclair both. I fear Montclair's ambitions may be far greater than simply conquering all of Rivenspire. It's better we stop him now. Thanks to you, we have an excellent start here in Shornhelm, and I will devote my resources to fortifying the city as quickly as possible. We're secure here now, and we have to ensure it remains that way. Shornhelm may be secure, but reports from other parts of the kingdom suggest Montclair is stirring up trouble everywhere. Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorell will each take a detachment of the Shornhelm Guard and go investigate these reports. Shornhelm may be secure, but reports from other parts of the kingdom suggest Montclair is stirring up trouble everywhere. Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorell will each take a detachment of the Shornhelm Guard and go investigate these reports. As you might have guessed, I'm thinking you are best suited for tracking down Rizal Jewel and making sure he doesn't go opening any more portals into Shornhelm. Did Verandis perhaps mention any suspicions of where this rat may have scurried off to? Then I suggest you join him. Knowing Verandis, he's returned to Ravenwatch Castle to study whatever evidence he may have found. You'll find it west of the city near the town of Crestshade. I'm counting on the two of you to stop Rizal Jewel, and soon. I should warn you, Ravenwatch Castle is as strange as the man who owns it. His family is very old and they have strange traditions. Don't worry, though. I have no doubt about the fact that he's on our side. You may rely on anything he says. Of course, I'm a veritable treasure trove of useless information, and I love to share. I've known Count Ravenwatch since I was a boy. My father even sent me to study with him for a time. House Ravenwatch is one of the oldest noble houses of Rivenspire. Quite a legacy, and Verandis carries it well. Well, if you must know, he's part of the reason I'm wearing this crown. When I first proposed to form the Covenant, many people opposed me. Verandis, however, without any urging, supported my plans and helped sway opinions in my favor. I think he did it because he was tired of bloodshed, and he knew he could trust me to always work toward peace. If I can end this conflict and restore it here, I will consider my debt to Verandis paid in full. As long as it takes. I knew that having the noble houses share the throne wouldn't last. I should have chosen one of them to rule years ago. To be honest, I feel I'm partly to blame for all of this, and it's my duty to be here and see it resolved. The last time I brought an army to Rivenspire, it was to put an end to Rance's war. That isn't a memory I want to reawaken in this region. Besides, it will be better for all concerned if Rivenspire resolves its own problems. Rumors and wild tales, for the most part. We did receive a dispatch from a Captain Janavi. Apparently something occurred in the town of Crestshade. Something devastating enough to require the captain to set up a camp for refugees. Very little. It's a small town at the foot of the Western Mountains. Since you're heading in that direction to see Verandis, perhaps you can look in on Crestshade. I'd be grateful if you can determine what actually happened out there.
Now that Shornhelm is secure, we can turn our attention to the reports coming in from the rest of Rivenspire. Something definitely unusual is going on out there. Damn! We have to find him. As long as he's at large, this region of Rivenspire is in terrible danger. Now, if I could just get the Countess to abdicate her authority to me, we'd put an end to this constant bickering and really get things done. Take counsel with the High King, of course. We've been hearing reports of an unusual number of blood fiends popping up throughout the countryside. That's just one more problem to add to our growing list of concerns. I'd prefer to be out in the field, but I expect the High King will send me where he will. At least my son Alec can manage House Dorel holdings while I deal with the broader concerns of Rivenspire.
Baron Dorel can be so reckless. I fear that his approach will lead Rivenspire down a dangerous path. Of course, his style of leadership hardly matters if we can't put a stop to Baron Montclair. I sent my sister Genevieve to investigate reports of trouble in the west. She's a captain in the Shornhelm Guard, you know. I'm worried, though. She hasn't sent a report in quite some time. If the High King can spare me, I might ride out to meet her. She's always been rather lackadaisical about filing reports, but we did receive word that she had set up a camp for refugees. It's obvious something terrible is going on out there. I want to make sure she's all right. Not as close as we were. When I went to study in Stormhaven, Genevieve joined the Guard. We don't always see eye to eye, but we are sisters. I'm sure she's fine. But I wish I could get her to send dispatches on a regular basis.
It is a relief to know that the city is safe. If time allows, I will go out into the streets and try to help the people rebuild. It is the least I can do, and to be honest, I can make more of a difference out there than in here.
Please, I was once like you, you know.
Speak very slow.
Yeah. Shornhelm is safe, thanks to you. We'll make sure those Montclairs
If you're headed to Crestshade, you need to know. There was trouble there. I need to get to Shornhelm.
There's trouble in Crestshade, but I'm not sure I'll find a safe haven at that place up there.
Wait, my child, slow down. You eat too fast. You don't want to harm poor Carlin.
We need to feed to get stronger. When Montclair shows up, I want to be ready.
That is not our way, child, and you know it. Stop feasting, now.
Fine, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, Count Verandis. You know I only want to help.
Of course, my child. Now, let's clear away our meal and welcome our friend. Colin, as always, I thank you for sharing your life's blood with us.
I live to please, my lord.
I apologize if the scene before you makes you uncomfortable. I did not expect you to arrive during our mealtime. As for why I kept my true nature hidden, well, let's just say that Emmerich insisted, and one does not refuse the High King lightly. Well, I've been called far worse, but I prefer to think of myself and my companions as gifted. We are not ashamed of our condition. We are not monsters. Now, this is the part where you gasp and ask calmly, how can I trust you? The High King is a wise man, which is why I supported him and not the Mad King Ronsa. We all have the ability to make our own decisions. Long ago, I decided to live in peace with the mortal world, not feast upon it. You were able to drive off Rizal Jul and take back Shornhelm. Those were no small feats, I assure you. But Emmerich needs our help to restore Rivenspire's tranquility. You need to understand. There is more to Montclair than simple ambition. Walk with me and I will explain. There is much I need to show you and time grows short. Adusa, please make sure Gwendis behaves herself. Poor Carlin needs time to recover.
The little one gets no dessert this evening. Adusa will make sure.
To understand the path that Montclair follows, you must understand how he came to walk upon it. I believe the key to stopping him hides within my own memories. Memories are elusive shadows, hiding truths behind our own perceptions. But what if someone else could examine them? What would they see that we do not? I'd like to try something if you're willing. This potion will allow you to dreamwalk through my memories. And perhaps your eyes will see what I have missed. I would never bring an outsider into my memories if I didn't believe it was imperative. The memories we will revisit, they are painful for me. It is with a heavy heart that I ask you to embark upon this journey with me. Ask your questions then. I will answer what I can. Nothing that will harm you, rest assured. The mixture contains various herbs, dusk nectar, and a few drops of my blood. But don't worry, it takes more than a little blood to turn someone into a vampire. Then we learn nothing new. Montclair continues his campaign and Rivenspire eventually falls. It is inevitable. Please, as you will see, I have blind spots where Montclair is concerned. I need a fresh perspective to determine our next moves. They know me too well, and they are used to acquiescing to my will. They don't have the perspective, the distance, to see beyond what I saw. I need someone who has proven their worth. A relative stranger that I can trust. I must say, it's rather strange seeing you as me.
Mother, please. You have to take the medicine. Rizal Jul can help you.
Sweet daughter. I can't go on like this. I don't want to spend my final days as an experiment. Instead, let me spend them with the ones I love.
Even in retrospect, reliving this is difficult. Her pain, her suffering. She had so much courage.
There has to be something more we can do. Ferrandis, can I talk to you for a moment? Layla doesn't have much time. I know it. She knows it. She's trying to be so strong, but... I swore I would never ask this of you. It goes against everything I believe in. But damn it, she's my wife. I don't want to lose her. I know. You swore an oath. No one should ever have to endure the things you've gone through because of what you are. But you're alive. That's more than my wife will be if you don't help her. You can't make that decision for her. Neither can I. But you can give her a chance. I know you care about her. You can't just stand there and watch her die. Thank you. I know she'll make the right decision. She may no longer be the woman I know, but at least she'll be alive. She'll be with me. I can still love her.
Verandis, you must tell me. Why did this happen to Mother? Of all the people of Shornhelm, why her? Please, tell me there's a way to save her. You're powerful. You have to do something. I know you will. You've always been so gracious. A man who would do anything for those he cared about. No, now's not the time. We'll talk again later.
My dear friend, Verandis. I'm glad you're here. You've always been so good to our family. I never really thanked you for that. Verandis, after I'm gone, you need to continue to watch over my family. Wylan will need your strong, steadying presence more than ever. No, my friend. Your gift isn't the solution. Not for me. I refuse to accept an existence that forces me to watch as my children, my husband, everyone I know, ages before my eyes.
Something's wrong. I have vague recollections of talking to someone else, but why can't I remember? You need to look around. See what we missed.
This is hopeless. Baron Montclair forces me to mix concoctions that I know won't do any good. If he'd just listened to me, I could show him exactly how to heal his wife and end her suffering. I'm talking about knowledge and ancient magic. I'm talking about the forgotten arts of the Ayleids themselves. Would you deny Our Lady any chance for a cure, no matter what the source? I happen to possess an Ayleid relic, or at least a shard from one. But the Baron won't listen to me, especially since Our Lady started refusing my help. If I give you this stone, will you present it to the Baron? He listens to you, my friend. I knew I could count on you, Verandis Ravenwatch.
Without your help, my friend, I would have never recalled that Rizal Jewel led us to the Ayleid relic. What else have I forgotten, I wonder?
3 cheers for Verandis! He gave me the means to save my beautiful wife.
To our dear friend Verandis. How can we ever repay him?
He is great, isn't he? And so handsome. But I want to cheer about this wine. By the divines, this stuff is delicious.
We were so happy at this moment. We were all together. Friends and family. Enjoying each other's company. For the final time.
Verandis, may I speak to you for a moment? Alone?
I don't recall speaking with Layla. Why can't I remember that?
My lord. My count, your highness. Oh, who cares? We don't need to stand on ceremony. Not us! Me and good old Verandis showing the world how vampires are supposed to behave. I consumed all of it. Well, at least all that was given to me. Anything less would just be rude. So, Verandis, my friend, my confidant, what say we slip away someplace a little more private, and bring the rest of that delicious wine? Was that a rebuke? I was rebuked by the high and mighty Count Ravenwatch. Yes, I believe I was. I think you should walk away now, before I say something else that at least one of us will regret.
This will work, my old friend. We're going to save Layla. I just know it.
Count Verandis, hello. It's good to see you. Hope you're well. What am I saying? Of course you're well. You're a vampire. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. Must have had a little too much wine.
Don't mind Wylan. He's just angry that the shard's effects faded away. He knows you didn't mean for this to happen to me, Verandis.
Rizal Jul knew about the Ayleid relic the entire time. He convinced me to give it to Wylan. Why didn't I remember that? And this memory. I recall our celebration, the toasts, but this moment, talking to Layla. I don't remember that happening. As I now recall, Rizal Jul gave me a shard, a piece of an Ayleid relic. I presented it to Montclair, and he, in turn, used it to heal his wife. In less than a day, Layla was recovering and on her feet again. It was nothing short of miraculous. Not exactly. It helped, but I can't remember why. We were here, celebrating Layla's improved condition when... And that's all I can recall. I'm sure the key is hidden in my memories. Please, explore this moment and see what you can learn.
Verandis, my friend! You really must allow your charges to get out and have a little fun every now and then. Poor Gwendis here is having a splendid time, but it's like she's never tasted a fine wine before. Why not pull up a chair and join us? Oh, not that again, Verandis. And especially not now. We're having a celebration. Layla is on the mend. She's getting well. I have my wife back. And it's all thanks to that remarkable piece of stone you gave me. What does that matter? If not for you, I would never have attempted to use such magic to heal Layla. Besides, Rizal Jul will be rewarded for his service. I'll see to that personally. He was always bringing me tinctures and alchemical concoctions. It was one wild plan after another with him. It always is. But because of your quick thinking, we applied the power of the stone. And now, we're celebrating our success! Better? Yes, but she's not fully healed as yet. It's just a matter of time, I'm sure, but she's out of bed. She's even painting again. She hasn't done that in... well, I can't remember how long. Soon, it will be as if nothing had ever happened. My good Verandis, it wouldn't be a day if you weren't concerned about something. It's your nature. Now stop asking such bleak questions and just be thankful this relic fell into our hands. It's helping. That's all that matters.
Verandis, you mustn't say anything. Please. I'm sure this will pass. I just need the stone. Another treatment and I'll be fine. Just a little dizziness. A little discomfort. It must be all this activity lately. Verandis, I don't think the stone shard is powerful enough. It helps, but it doesn't last. And now, I feel empty. I can't explain it. No, you leave him be. He's happy now. I can't stand to see him worried, sitting beside my bed, helpless, consumed with grief. Not again. The stone shard. It's obviously a part of something larger. Could that be the cure we're looking for? Talk to the Argonian, see what he's found out. We need to find the larger relic, or at least another shard of stone. I hate to ask, but I need you to do this one last favor. For Wylan. For me. I knew I could count on you, dear friend. Now, I need to compose myself and return to the party. But I think I'll go to sleep early this evening. I'm sure I just need a little more rest.
Fascinating, isn't it? To think that such a tiny rock could hold so much power. Can you feel it? It's like it's calling to me, like the moon's call to the tides. Imagine what the relic it came from could do. The Baron wasn't listening to me. We needed someone he trusted more, had more faith in. That someone was you, Count Verandis. Now the Baroness is on the mend, and House Montclair has returned to a state of contented bliss. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is only a small piece of a grander relic, isn't it? I've been studying the Iliad manuscripts. There may be more we can do for the poor Baroness. I found the stone among the effects of King Rancer's royal historian, back when I served in Rancer's court. She had quite an intriguing collection, including the Iliad manuscripts that I've been translating. Perhaps you can check my work. The manuscripts are locked away, but I left my notes in your library. A few phrases stood out as I translated. Life, death, crag. I'm sure they mean something. Take a look and see what you think. Perhaps the text can lead us to the greater relic. Stone reacts differently to you, Count. How remarkable.
I remember now. The translation, we misinterpreted it. We assumed the crag housed a powerful healing artifact, but we were wrong. The hillside community, though. Why didn't I ever look into that? Not exactly, not yet, but I will figure this out. In the meantime, there is one more memory I want you to explore. We ascended the Doom Crag, and that's where everything changed. A perilous peak that rises from the mountains to the north. It has always been a haunted, desolate place. Look for anything I may have missed, but more, I want you to see what happened to Montclair. I want you to understand why he must be stopped.
We shouldn't have left the guards behind, Wylan. Who knows what else we're going to run into?
There was no choice, Mother. You're getting worse, and we can't wait for them.
I'll stay here and protect the way out. Keep watch in case the guards catch up with us. The rest of you need to keep moving.
Thank you, Gwendis. At least you retain a sense of honor.
Wylan, you have to stop blaming Verandis. This wasn't his fault.
Skeletons? Undead spirits? It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to stand in our way. Layla, wait until we clear the way.
Mother doesn't have much time left.
The power we seek is close. I can feel it.
These animated bones. Why do they seek to keep us from the relic? Are they the lingering remains of the aliens who once dwelled here, do you think? Well, they won't stop me. No matter what their reasons are, my cause is greater. I have never been more sure of anything in my life, Verandis. I will sacrifice everything, risk anything to save the woman I love. A shame the same can't be said of all of us. You did what Layla wanted? What about what I wanted? You allowed her to talk you out of it when I expressly asked you to turn her. Well, I'm done asking. We're here because of you, and we're going to do exactly as I say. We're going to save my wife. Sorry won't help us here. We have to find the Ayleid relic. That's all that matters now. Just remember, we're out of options. This is our last chance to save Layla, and I won't let you ruin it, vampire! What a magnificent structure! The relic this monolith houses must be powerful indeed. Behind us.
The power we seek is close.
This is it. The relic is beyond this door. We've done it! We've reached the top of the Doom Crag! Now we can finally learn the secret of the ancient Ayleid relic and save my wife! Your fear colors your perception, Verandis. It is merely the pulse of ancient magicka, the heartbeat of a powerful relic. Our intentions are pure. We seek only to save my beloved's life. These creatures have no reason to stop us. Has your courage deserted you, vampire? You discovered the relic's resting place, and I thank you for that. But right now, we have to reach the relic chamber and save my wife. After that, you can do what you want. Now, let's go. By the 8! Can you feel the relic's power, Verandis? Enough of your constant mewling, Verandis. Are you a vampire or a scullery maid? This is exactly what we've been looking for. You told me yourself. The Ayleid texts refer to Lata, the light. This is it. This is what will cure Layla. We don't know why the Ayleids did a lot of things. They were a strange people. But that won't stop us. Stand back and watch for all I care. But we're going to save my wife. I'll risk my life, my very soul to help my dear Layla. Now, let's begin. Have no fear, my darling Layla. Soon the light will wash away your pain.
It's going to work, Baron. The power of this ancient Ayleid remnant. It's almost overwhelming.
You're going to be all right, Mother. Just hold on.
The remnant will make you like new, my love. You'll be reborn!
Something's happening. I feel the power.
Something feels wrong.
Verandis, we need you! We need your power! Quickly! Touch the relic and help us! Aniamis alata, malatua, vasha anya belda sancre.
What's happening to us?
It's working. It's working. Soon the power will be ours to command.
No. What have you done? This isn't me. I never wanted this. Please, Verandis, help me. Make it stop. I can't stand the pain. End this, Verandis. End this before I...
No! Verandis! What did you do to Layla? What did you do? You'll pay for that, vampire! I have the power now. Nothing can stop me from reaching out and snapping...
Verandis? Montclair, no! Come on, Verandis. We need to get out of here.
Remarkable. What a strange sensation of new recollections and old. I believe that Riz Al Ghul somehow removed those moments from my memory. But you were able to restore them. And now you understand what we are facing. Disorientation is understandable. Somehow, when I joined the ritual, I altered the power of the relic. I turned Layla into a monster. I had to kill her. And Montclair and the others. They became vampires, imbued with the power of the relic. I have Gwendis to thank for that. She pulled me out of there before Montclair and the others were fully recovered. Now, Montclair claims he wants to end death and suffering. That he wants to take the throne of Ronsa. And it's all my fault. The Ayleid text referred to an outpost in the hills. I need to find out where that is. It may be that the answer to defeating Montclair can be found in this hidden location. But first things first. There is a more urgent matter for you to deal with. Now you know how this sordid situation began. And you know how I, to my great and everlasting shame, helped Baron Montclair reach the Lightless Remnant. But now to more immediate matters. I know where Riz Al Ghul can be found. Now you know how this sordid situation began. And you know how I, to my great and everlasting shame, helped Baron Montclair reach the Lightless Remnant. But now to more immediate matters. I know where Riz Al Ghul can be found. Not so fast, my enthusiastic friend. My agents have learned that Riz Al Ghul struck in the west and is still in the area. Captain Genevieve, Countess Tamrith's youngest sister, has established a camp for displaced refugees. She must be warned about this. I had hoped you would make such an offer. Now, my instincts tell me that Riz Al Ghul allowed the refugees to survive. It's a trap. It has to be. Find the camp and tell the captain what I have learned. Then, help her end this threat once and for all.
You're so lucky. Verandis never lets me go on dream walks with him.
There's trouble in Crestshade, but I'm not sure I'll find a safe haven.
If you're headed to Crestshade, you need to know there was trouble there.
You don't look like one of those vampires or blood fiends, so I guess you're welcome. This is Camp Tamrith. We're sheltering the refugees from Crestshade and the surrounding countryside here.
It's like we're living inside a tale told around a campfire. And it's a dark tale indeed. Driven from our home by vampires, forced to watch as friends and family become blood fiends, and then there was that abomination.
Fate does not smile upon me.
Did you hear what that monster did to the town of Crestshade? Rizzlejewel has to pay for these crimes.
I had to see this with my own eyes. These refugees tell a savage tale.
You look like you can defend yourself. Welcome to Camp Tamrith. And by the light, we'll be ready for the mad lizard. We were tracking him when we ran into these poor displaced people. We threw together this camp to shelter the refugees from Crestshade and the surrounding countryside. Since my sister decided to visit, I must secure the camp. To this end, I need someone to find Jonah Morose. Jonah claimed he could sense Rizzlejewel, made the other refugees nervous. He and his mother fled the camp and disappeared. A good soldier relies on solid information, as well as a brave heart and a worthy weapon. Is there anything else you want to ask me before you head out? I've met a few Argonians in my time. An interesting bunch, connected to nature, calm, strange sense of humor. Rizzlejewel is nothing like that. He's evil to the core. Where Montclair found him is beyond me, but he's served the Baron for years. Spreading chaos. He's using some sort of blood curse to turn innocent people into mindless blood fiends. Makes them feral. All you can do is kill them and put them out of their misery. By the light, it makes me so angry. His mother was trying to keep him quiet, but Jonah was agitated, made everyone nervous. RK knows these people could use a bit of peace. It's not safe out there. They'll be safer here, I think. They may be hiding in one of the nearby towers. Honestly, I have no idea. Perhaps Jonah is just seeking attention. Perhaps he isn't quite sane. Whatever the case, we need to find them and bring them back here so that I can then turn all my efforts to locating Rizzlejewel. She claims that she wants to be here when we finally catch the Mad Argonian, and that she wants to reassure the refugees with her presence. But I think she's really here to check up on me. I'm not sure she actually trusts her little sister. Yes. My full name is Genevieve Tamrith, second daughter of House Tamrith and captain of the Shornhelm Guard. I'm proud of my heritage, but I don't expect my house connections to open any doors. I want to be judged on my merits, not my name.
We should keep moving. We're just asking to be attacked out here.
Go away. Leave us alone. I don't want to become a blood fiend. Stop talking to me. Bad voice, go away. Mother, please help me. We'll make you better, Mother. I promise. Quiet. The bad one will taste your words on the air. He's coming closer. Blood fiends accompany him. So many blood fiends. They want our blood. I saw Rizel in a dream. It was the night Crestshade was attacked. I could feel his presence. Now I always sense him. He watches, he waits, he's coming for us. Mother's worried sick about all this. Mother? Mother's fine. I'm fine too. We're all fine here. Fine. No. That would be bad. I scared the others. They didn't like me. Besides, I don't want to draw Rizel to the camp. Tell the captain I'm sorry. I'll stay here. Maybe he'll leave the camp alone if I hide here with Mother.
Jonah, good.
Genevieve is missing, half the refugees are dead. Healer Odile is doing what she can to help.
What a disaster. The blasted creatures came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. If you're here to help, speak to Countess Tamrith. She's moving around the camp, tending to the wounded.
These poor bastards. They're just trying to find someplace safe, but disaster seems to follow after them.
Am I cursed? My home was attacked. This camp was attacked. I don't know where to go or what to do anymore.
The attack was sudden and terrible. I don't know what the world is coming to. They didn't steal anything, though. And I still need to make a living, so feel free to browse my wares.
We didn't even have a moment's warning. By RK, the vampires. They struck so fast. When the vampires attacked, Genevieve and Darien charged right into the thick of the battle. I lost sight of them since I stayed to defend the camp, but I could hear Genevieve calling out orders. Perhaps some of the guards saw what happened after that. Here, take these healing poultices. You might as well help me tend to the soldiers while you're talking to them. I'd appreciate it, and so will they. After that, find my sister. She has a tendency to get into trouble when I'm not right beside her.
Did Countess Tamrith give you a poultice for me? I could use a little something to dull this pain. Thank you. This will help my wounded arm. The vampires, they attacked without warning. We lost a lot of good people today. No, I'm sorry. Everything was happening so fast. There was a lot of yelling, a lot of crying, and a lot of confusion. I wish I could be of more help. These poor bastards. They're just trying to find someplace safe, but disaster seems to follow after them. Ah, a healer's poultice. Good. I prefer a bandage over a potion. I always found healing potions to taste rather like bog iron ale after it was strained through sweaty horsehair. No, not a hair of her. I didn't even see her during the attack. I was back near the river cutting down blood feeds as fast as I could. Sorry I couldn't be more help.
Give me a few moments to catch my breath, and I'll be back on my feet in no time. Thank you. For a noble, the Countess sure knows how to make a proper poultice. I took a few hits, but I'm luckier than most, I suppose. I just hope none of my friends come back as blood fiends. I really don't want to deal with that. She ran off after what looked like a dark cloud. I saw her running west, toward the river. Pretty sure it was that mad Argonian she was after. The captain hates necromancers. That's probably why she was so intent on pursuing him.
It's merely a flesh wound. Think nothing of it. I'm worried about Captain Genevieve, though. She caught sight of Rizzlejewel and rushed after him. I, of course, followed. His vampires surrounded us, and while I was fighting them off, the good captain was dragged away. They took Genevieve into the cave. Hurry! We need to save her. I can barely stand. I'd just slow you down. I'll send reinforcements your way. If any show up, that is. I can't believe a blasted vampire actually got a decent cut in on me. But I was pretty busy trying to protect Genevieve. The House Tamrith sisters are both brave and good women. Please help Genevieve if you can. The Shornhelm soldiers were diligent enough, but I think that thrice-damned Argonian used magic to mask their approach. They moved in so quickly and quietly that a good third of the camp was down before Genevieve and I could react. Oh, yes, indeed. If I could get my hands on that damn lizard, I swear I'd make a pair of boots from his hide. And then I'd put them on and stomp through troll poop. The people in the camp were just villagers. Now most are dead. Poor bastards.
Mother is hungry, but it makes me a little sick to watch her eat. Are you looking for the captain? They dragged her into the cave. The bad one is going to do terrible things to her. Rizal Jewel likes to take parts from different bodies and make entirely new creatures. That's probably what he'll do to the captain, or turn her into a blood fiend. The cave is full of vampires. Maybe you should use the secret tunnel. I tried to help the captain, but they just pushed me away. Rizal Jewel just laughed. He laughed at Mother, too. I hate hearing his voice. I hate what he's doing. I wish I was home. We had a garden. We grew vegetables. Now it's all gone.
Feast, my children. Feast on bones and
If you hurt my sister, I'll kill you myself!
Arise, my children. Attack!
Where's my sister? Where is she? Thank the light! Genevieve, my sister! You're alive! Wait, what happened to... No! No! Not you, Genevieve! Not you!
What? Where am I? Sister? What has he done to me? What have I done?
Genevieve! Oh, Genevieve! We'll figure this out. Just stay calm. Please, I need your assistance.
What have I done? What have I done? I thought I could kill the bastard, but instead he turned me into a monster.
Genevieve, my sister, Rizal afflicted her with his blood curse. She's becoming a vampire. Vampires are evil. Totally, utterly evil. But by Arke, this is my sister. I wish there was another way. But I must be strong. Vampires are unholy, evil. I can't let my sister become one of these monsters. She has to die. It will be a mercy. Please, talk to Genevieve. Try to comfort her while I pray over my decision.
I can see it in your eyes. I'm turning, becoming one of those things. No, I refuse to give in to despair. I want to live! God damn it, I want to live! I heard what my sister said. She thinks I'm evil, unholy. But it's still me. I'm still the shield of House Tamrith. I'm still her little sister. We've seen it before. Not every vampire is a monster. I can control this. I want to live. Thank you, my friend. You are wise and merciful. I will prove to my sister that I am still the woman she knows and loves. I will never succumb to this affliction. I will never betray House Tamrith or Rivenspire.
This decision will come back to haunt us. Mark my words. Let's just get out of this vile cave and let the light guide our path.
I'm sorry I missed being able to shove my blade deep into Rizal. I was kind of looking forward to that. I'll make sure Captain Genevieve gets the same training I received. It's the least I can do.
Thank you for your trust and faith in me. I won't forget it.
I call this a successful day. We beat Rizal and we saved the lovely Captain Genevieve. You know, it would make it even better. If I can convince all these lovely ladies to join me for a drink at the nearest tavern.
Pray that your decision to save my sister wasn't a mistake. I shall look to Arke for tolerance, but I'm not sure I'll ever accept that this vampire is really Genevieve. Yes, our work here is done. Now, we must turn our attention to the traitorous Baron Montclair. But before we go, know that I am grateful you saved my sister. I just hope that your mercy doesn't turn out to be a terrible mistake.
Ready to move on, hero? Veranda sent word to me. I know where we need to go next. There's an old ruin in the Lorkrata Hills, northeast of Shornhelm. Veranda said his research led him there and he needs your help. Why he needs you when he has me, I'll never understand. But he is the master, as he constantly reminds me. They won't be needed at the Lorkrata ruins. That's for you and Verandas to deal with. I'll bring her ladyship up to speed about what's going on in Northpoint. You can meet us there after you and Verandas are finished with the ruins.
A moment?
Yeah! Yeah!
There you are. I hope you didn't have any trouble finding this place. Ah, I take it Gwendis found you, and I assume that you dealt with Riz Al Ghul. Then we are ready to begin. Let's find out why they tried so hard to hide this place from my memories. A forgotten tumble of ruins in the desolate Lokrata Hills. I found a trap door that should grant us access to the chambers beneath, but it's locked tight. Look around for a way to open the trap door, and I'll meet you at the West Tower. I advise caution, my friend. As with Riz Al Ghul and Camp Tamrith, I have a feeling that the enemy remains at least one step ahead of us. Since I assumed that Montclair's memory was never affected, who knows what we may find in the ruins below. Of course, it isn't as though we're trying to save Rivenspire or anything, now is it? Go ahead, ask your questions. Loraya was a sweet young woman, committed to her family and infatuated with me. She didn't ask for what happened to her, but that doesn't excuse her behavior since. Her father gave her command of a portion of his troops, just as he did with Riz Al Ghul. She's been active in the north and east, creating blood fiends and causing chaos. I assume she has her eye on Northpoint. It would make a handsome prize. When you restored my missing memories, I recalled that the Ayleid manuscript mentioned two ancient outposts, the Doomcrag and a place in the hills to the east. My research indicates an Ayleid ruin lies beneath this abandoned Breton fortress. I'm not sure, but there must be something here that we need. Why else would the two Ayleid outposts be linked as they are in the manuscript? First, however, we need a way to open the path down. Without that, this ruin is nothing but a dead end. Over here. Did you find anything that might help us? You found a key? Very good. Enter the ruins and I'll follow right behind you. More questions? You are a curious one. But who am I to deny your intellectual fulfillment? Ask, and I shall answer. Something Ayleid. That's all I know. The fragments of manuscript I was able to study weren't very specific about what was stored at the Lokrata site. I have high hopes, however, that we will find something we can use against Montclair. I honestly have no idea, but that lock is new, so we could be facing bandits, or Montclair troops. Or they just locked the door and moved on. Ruins do have a habit of attracting monsters, however. If we work together, I have no doubt we can succeed. way ahead. Can it be? What is? A veil has been cast upon these ruins. It's just as I expected. Loraya knew I'd come here and has placed an obstacle in our way. As I feared, the delay caused by my missing memories allowed Montclair to reach this place before us. This veil, it has Lorea's deft touch about it. Loraya has placed a veil upon these ruins. It's a simple illusion spell that she amplified using the power of the Lightless Remnant. It hides the true topography and makes us see exactly what she wants. She set the trap, and we walked right into it. And we pushed forward. Lorea's veil is far from perfect, and she made it specifically to hinder me and my vampiric charges. She wasn't expecting you, however. You should be able to guide us through the veil using the tears that litter the illusion. Together, fight our way through. The way ahead appears blocked. I'm sure it's another illusion. The veil hid this gauntlet of traps from us. We need to move through this area with caution. A real chasm? Or another illusion? You probably shouldn't chance it. See if you can locate another tear. This way. With the veil torn, I can see a way up over there. We need to clear this portion of the veil so that we can move forward. See if you can rip open a tear and shred this illusion. Whenever you are, my friend. I just hope that there are a sufficient number of tears for you to rip apart. I'd hate to get trapped within Lorea's veil with no way out. Hopefully that's the last of the veil. Let's see if we can get through that door now. Well done, my friend. I'll meet you on the other side. I think what we're looking for is just beyond this chamber. The item we seek is through here. Follow me. This must be what we're looking for. Amazing. It's as though it has been waiting for us all of this time. I wonder, is this book real, or just another of Lorea's illusions? Remarkable. It appears to be an intact volume of Ayleid lore. If it's real, then this is what we came here to... No. This can't be correct. This is all about the Remnant of Light, before it became corrupted. It mentions that the Remnant requires a vessel to make full use of its limitless potential. A container for its abundant power. That seems likely. Between the relic's magic and the vampiric abilities I inadvertently provided, Montclair has become more powerful than I expected. The book also says that if we break the vessel, we break the relic. I will need to think upon that. Well, my friend, it appears that the book is real and not part of Leraya's illusion. I believe it will be of great help to us in the trials ahead. That said, I have much research to do. Ancient Iliad isn't my native language, you know. I believe so, yes. I have much more reading to do before we get to that point, though. Know that we wouldn't have this advantage if not for you. I could never have navigated Leraya's Veil without your help. While I continue my research, you should head to Northpoint. Gwendis caught wind of Lleraya in that area, and I had her direct Peril and Tamrith to take their troops north. I'm sure they'd appreciate any help you can provide. While I continue my research, you should head to Northpoint. Gwendis caught wind of Lleraya in that area, and I had her direct Peril and Tamrith to take their troops north. I'm sure they'd appreciate any help you can provide. Baron Dorrel considers Northpoint to be his seat of power. He has a number of holdings there, including a lucrative maritime endeavor. It makes sense that Montclair would send Lleraya there. If they control Northpoint, they control the north. Gwendis reported that Northpoint has been sealed. I fear Montclair already controls the city. Find Baron Dorrel. He commands the troops amassing outside the city. I'm sure he has a plan in motion. Talk to the Baron and see what you can do to help. I expect the Baron Dorrel and his troops will have found a good vantage point outside the city. While you help them liberate Northpoint, I'll continue to study the Iliad book we discovered. Very well. Ask your questions, and then I expect you to make your way to Northpoint with all due haste. Finished? I have only just begun, and I certainly won't make any progress while we stand here and continue to discuss matters that have little immediate relevance to the mission at hand. As far as I can tell, no one other than Riz al Ghul and Lleraya have seen Montclair since the events at Doomcrag a few weeks ago. He could still be atop that desolate peak. On the other hand, he could be anywhere, so stay on your guard. Certain? No. But her hand was definitely present here at Locrata, and we know she commands Montclair's forces in this area. I expect you will face Lleraya before your work at Northpoint comes to an end.
To all my tusk, I'll show you all.
Nice of you to finally join us. Those damn Montclairs have locked me out of my own city. If any of my people have been hurt, I'll kill Montclair and his daughter with my bare hands. You know how to get things done. Join up with Scordo and help him find a way into the city. I'll keep the troops on alert and ready to move on your signal. Northpoint is an important trading center, with many House Dorel holdings. Whoever controls the city controls the northern region of Rivenspire. If I were Oblivion bent on conquering the area, it's certainly what I would do. My son, Elec, was in charge while I was at Shornhelm. If he's still alive, he must be somewhere inside the city. Beyond that, the entire populace is loyal to House Dorel. But I have no idea what kind of forces Montclair set loose within my city. Reports indicate that Baron Montclair hasn't been seen in weeks, though this mess has his fingerprints all over it. His daughter Larea, on the other hand, isn't afraid to show her face. We're assuming she's in command here. Prior to her mother's illness, she was a charming young woman, a real magic-using prodigy. Now it's like she's been replaced by a dark seducer. Men and women will do anything to please her, and she's shown a remarkable affection for extreme cruelty. I sent Scordo and a small group to establish a secure base among the farmhouses outside the city. He's supposed to find a way into Northpoint and then send us a signal. Since that hasn't happened yet, I assume he's still working on it. Countess Tamrith went with him. Against my better judgment, I might add. And that fancy knight Darien decided to tag along. He's gotten rather friendly with Scordo since he arrived. I hope they can slip inside, or this is going to be a long siege.
You walked into the wrong farmhouse, Montclair! Well, kiss a troll and call me Pumpkin. I know you from Shornhelm. Did Baron Dorel send you? I was the orc, in the cage. Not my most shining moment, but it's not like I'm a noble or anything. No matter, I'm just glad you're here. It's a disguise. What's wrong? Don't you like it? Is my helmet on crooked or something? We're going to sneak into Northpoint. Not usually my approach, but Countess Tamrith and Darien helped us get this far. No idea. He went to scout around and hasn't come back yet. So far, we've learned the patrols outside the city consist of untrained fighters with orders to keep people away. Only the officers seem to know what's going on inside. I suggested busting a hole in the wall, but the Countess decided we should save that as a last resort. Darien went out to search while we took care of the farmers. They came to us for help, and you know how the Countess feels about refugees.
May the light bathe and bless these people. May it guide their way and grant peace to those they have lost. I promise to serve the people of Rivenspire, my friend. That doesn't mean I get to sit in a tower and make others take all the risks. Besides, these poor farmers are in need of a healer, and that just happens to be one of my specialties. Not much, I'm afraid. The soldiers we captured won't give up any secrets. But we do know they are totally committed to Larea Montclair. Darien went out to see if he could learn more. He's been gone for a long time, and I'm starting to get worried. I'd appreciate that. Look toward the eastern farmsteads. Montclair's forces seem to be concentrated in that area, so it stands to reason that Darien would be curious about what they're doing there. Just be careful, and don't give away our presence.
Do your worst, lackey to a foreign crown! I won't tell you anything! Well, I guess that would be all right. I am a guard of the First Order, a member of the Blood-Talon Cloaks of House Montclair. More than that, you won't get out of me. What part of I won't tell you anything didn't you understand? You can't get me to betray our beautiful Lady Larea. I obey her commands. I would even die for her. Now either kill me or leave me be.
Can you believe it? The officers won't tell us a thing. We're not even allowed in the city.
I was wondering when you were gonna show up. Want a bite? Reconnaissance, but keep your voice down. No need to wake the good captain. And know what I learned? There's not a single guard in Northpoint. Not a one. Larea ordered them to get out and to keep everyone away. Isn't that enough? I was fairly proud of that bit of espionage. But you're right, there's more. The good captain here let slip that there's a smuggler's tunnel. Leads right into the heart of the city. It's our best option for getting inside.
My, Sir Darian. That was impressive. But when it comes to smugglers' tunnels, I think there's a thing or two I can teach you.
I'm not sure how to respond to that. Why don't you find out what our vampire vixen is talking about?
I must say, Darian certainly has a way with the ladies. That's not how I'd go about extracting information from the enemy, but I can't fault his results. The old smuggler's tunnel should lead into the city, if we can get through it. Well, the smugglers who use the tunnels installed a gate. Gives them a monopoly on the black market in Northpoint. The tunnel will get us into the city, if we can get past the locked gate. The smuggler boss is a tough pirate. Goes by the name of Lagra. If anyone has a key, it's her. But the Montclairs attack any boats that approach the city. There are wrecks up and down the coast. If Lagra's still alive, that's where we'll find her.
Don't worry about me. I'll throw on some armor and go with Gwendis. Put the old team back together. But first I need to leave a flower for the lovely captain here. Give her something to remember me by.
hears voices in his head. Don't worry.
What do you think you're doing on my ship? Do you know what I did to the last stowaway I found? Well, the last time I looked, my hold didn't lead into the city. Wait a moment. My key! If you're one of those Montclair bastards, I won't go down without a fight. Now give me back my key. You need? I don't give a troll's ear what you need. My gang is in there. They were waiting for me in Northpoint when the Montclairs sealed the city and attacked my ship. I need the key so I can get inside and rescue them. And you just expect me to trust you? Look around. What has trust ever gotten me? I trusted I could sail safely into port, and my ship was sunk. I trusted my gang could conduct business in Northpoint, and now they're locked inside. All right. Business is business. Take the key. The entrance to the tunnel is in the cove. It leads up through the lighthouse and into the city. The tunnel is inside the cove beneath the lighthouse. That key will unlock the trapdoor.
Over here, by the rocks. Come on, I'll take you to where the others are waiting. Tell us you found something, hero. We could use some good news.
I'm not interested in news. Just tell me you found a way to get us into those tunnels.
I'm not sure how Montclair and his troops stand this armor. It's itchy and it smells like rotten mud crab meat.
I find it hard to believe that Baron Dorell allowed a smuggler to dig a tunnel into his city, and right under his very nose. Still, it is our good fortune that this tunnel exists. The light truly shines on those who need it.
The army waits for my signal out beyond the farms. I want to keep the damage to Northpoint to a minimum. Marching soldiers have a habit of destroying persons and property, even when they're trying to be careful.
We slipped the farmers out and sent them south with a few soldiers. Now I'm ready to break a few Montclair heads!
Tell me you found something good, hero. It's not like the fate of Rivenspire is hanging in the balance or anything. Right then, let's go see what Lorea's doing in there. But brace yourself. I don't think we're gonna like what we find. Northpoint. It just feels empty. I sense life in there, but it's faint. Barely perceptible. We need to be ready for anything. His lordship, the Baron over there, wants us to head inside, see what's going on, and secure the area. He wants us to be slow and careful so as not to damage his precious city. Good job getting that key, by the way. Now let's go save Northpoint. I need to let Verandus know what's going on. In the meantime, talk to Scordo. He knows the city like the back of his hand.
So it's just us mortals from here on in? It's fine with me. I don't mind admitting that the idea of friendly vampires kinda creeps me out. Northpoint was my home for the last few years, so I know the place pretty well. Never snuck in through a smuggler's tunnel, though. That's gonna be a new experience. Just remember that we're part of House Montclair and things should go fine. We need to sneak in slowly, one at a time. Wandering around as a group would just be inviting trouble. The tunnel is supposed to lead through the lighthouse. We need to get inside and find a place we can use to get the lay of the land. Hold... coming with you! The others are gonna give us a little time to find a safe location to use as a base. No point in all of us getting captured together. Let's check the buildings. There has to be one we can use as a safe location. Innkeep Bollock lived here. I hope he isn't one of these blood fiends. Anyway, this place is too small for our needs. Let's keep looking. This should do nicely. Let's make sure it's clear. Go on. Go find the rest of our assault team. I'll have this place all cozy-like in no time. Because you're gonna go back out there and let them know where we are, and see if you can figure out where Lorea is hiding while you're at it. I'll get the place settled and make sure we don't attract any unwanted visitors. Watch your arse out there. I mean, did you see all the vampires and blood fiends? Well, you better hurry. We don't want to leave his lordship and her ladyship alone out there too long. It isn't safe.
Letting a noblewoman wander alone through a city full of vampires and blood fiends. What was Scordo thinking? RK guides our way as usual. Are they all like this? The people of Northpoint? Did Larea turn them all into these vile creatures? May the light watch over them. Praise RK. I can't believe that sweet Larea would do something like this to our people. What could have driven her to such horrors? I'll head to the manor and meet you there. Gather the others and let's meet at the manor. We have plans to make and I fear our time grows short. The light preserve us.
Where can you be? Oh, there you are. Have you found anything yet? I thought my son might be hiding here, in his office. But all I found was his journal. You might as well have a look. Alec and I haven't always seen eye to eye, and he's made no effort to hide his feelings about me in his journal. He does mention the arrival of Lady Larea, though. I'll tell you more when we gather with the others. No reason to repeat myself. Serene Manor. I know it well. Nice to see we finally found a good use for that pompous ass. I'll meet you there. We'll discuss the contents of my son's journal when the entire team is together. Try not to let the blood fiends suffer when you kill them. They were the citizens of Northpoint once.
Have at thee, foul creatures! Well, that's never happened before. Look out! Behind you! Watch out! They're coming out of the woodwork! I lost track of the Baron and the Countess when I heard the innkeeper scream. But I was too late. He gave me the key to the inn before he died. I think he tried to tell me something, but I couldn't make it out. Be on your guard. Here comes more of those monsters. Just so you know, this isn't a usual occurrence. Oh, who am I kidding? This happens to me all the time. Can I assume the house you emerged from is our safe location? Of course it is. I'll just wander over and have a little lie down. It's all the same with you.
Look here, if it isn't King Emmerich's own champion, the hero of the Covenant.
Loraya has been here all along, and your son didn't do a damn thing about it?
According to Alec's journal, yes. He seems to have been infatuated with the woman. Didn't even get along when she started turning people into blood fiends.
More blood fiends? I hate this. Just give me something to hit already. But it does sound like your son betrayed Northpoint, Baron.
It's the Remnant. It put Alec under her spell. I'm surprised he was even able to write in his journal. Maybe that was his way of warning us.
Can't talk now. The pretty lady said it's sleepy time. Shh.
Darien can't talk right now. I gave him something to relieve his pain, and to quiet him down for a little while. The man does love the sound of his own voice.
Veranda sent me to help. He said he needed to do some more research. I swear the man's got his head buried in that old book you found in Locrata. But if it wasn't that, it'd be something else. He loves his research, that's for sure.
According to my waste of a son's own journal, he practically gave Loraya the keys to the city. What happened here was Alec's fault. I don't care what kind of powers Montclair's daughter possesses. A Dorell must be better than that.
The Baron was just filling us in on what was written in his son's journal. Spell or no, Alec has a lot to answer for. If he's even still alive. First, we need to find out if anyone survived Lorea's private party. The Countess heard noises coming from the inn. It's not much to go on, but at least it's a place to start looking. Part of me wants to find Loraya in there. Then we can put a blade through her and be done with this business. But I really hope the townsfolk have crowded in there and barricaded the doors. Either way, we need to get in there and see. So Darien accomplished something useful after all. Go upstairs and get that key. Funny thing, Darien was scratched and battered, claimed the blood fiends bit him. But the Countess didn't find a single bite mark on him. Guess he was mistaken.
Darien can't talk right now. I gave him something to relieve his pain, and to quiet him. The end of my staff. Right to the side of his head. Best way to quickly quiet a delirious soldier. He was making enough noise to give away our presence, and I was in no mood to fight a horde of those creatures. A key? Yes. He was holding on to it rather tightly. I had to pry it from his grip before I could tend to his injuries. Is it important? RK provides. Bless us all. I heard sounds coming from the inn as I made my way here. Now we can get inside and see what's in there. I hope it's the survivors of this terrible disaster. I'd hate to think that Loraya turned or killed them all.
Head to the inn. I'm right behind you. We can discuss whatever you like. Politics, the weather, anything at all. But after we finish this mission.
Only the dead will see an end to this war.
My people. A ruler shouldn't have to cut down his own people like this. Let's check upstairs. Someone must have survived this nightmare.
Be silent.
We don't want them to hear us. Whoever or whatever you may be, I advise you to go away and leave us alone. These people are under my protection, and I will not allow you to harm them. I believe we are perfectly safe up here. Thank you all the same. Now go away. You have more than enough victims to suit your needs. I won't allow you to have any more. That's just what I'd expect one of Lorea's minions to say. Now leave us alone.
You, in the attic. I am Allard, Baron of House Dorel, and I swear you will be safe in my hands.
It's good to see you're still alive, my old friend.
And you as well. Tell me, is Alec hiding up there?
I'm sorry to say, but no. I left him at your manor. He insisted that he wanted to stay. It's good to see Baron Allard again. He's like a brother to me. It's been weeks since we last saw each other. I only wish this reunion was under better circumstances. When Lorea sealed the city and began turning people into blood fiends, I used my sword to cut a path to this inn and led as many as I could to safety. I was forced to kill friends who turned into monsters, but I was able to save some of our people. Quite a few, and there are more hiding around the city, protected by members of the Northpoint Guard. I gave the order myself as soon as I saw what Lorea was doing. I just wish Lord Ellic had been able to resist her as well. A spell, perhaps? I'm not really sure. She made some strange gestures and spoke a few arcane words. Then it was as if a wave of power flowed out of her. People immediately began turning into blood fiends. But not everyone was affected by her blessing. Lady Lorea has taken Dorel Manor as her own, but I have a key. Take it. Save as many of our people as you can. And be aware that Lord Ellic is still with her. He was alive when I last saw him, but completely under Lorea's influence.
I'll give the signal. It's time to liberate Northpoint from these monsters. Meanwhile, go to my manor and evict Montclair's daughter from the premises, with extreme prejudice.
You'll listen to me, right? All the nobles have gathered. What an excellent party. Someone new. How exciting. Come up, come up. You must introduce yourself before you can join the festivities. Oh, I know you. You must be the one her beautiful ladyship has been expecting. You're just in time for our grand celebration. We're celebrating the new and better life that will soon be ours. Lady Lorea is going to honor us with her blessing, and then we will never die. Probably, but it's not what you think. We freely accepted the will of the beautiful Lady Lorea. She loves us, and we're devoted to her every wish and whim. My lady is upstairs. I'm sure she'd love to meet you. And when she tells you about her blessing, about the wonderful gifts she brings, I'm sure you'll fall in love with her just as I have. Just as we all have. Friends, fellow nobles, the glorious blessing of Lady Lorea is almost upon us. Let us prepare ourselves to bask in her presence.
You might as well come up. I know that you're here. I can take your pain away. I can make you feel so much better. Well. You're not at all what I was expecting. That makes this so much more exciting. Let me take a look at you. So you're the one who dispatched my father's pet Argonian. Well done, by the way. Well done. I'm so glad you're here. I was becoming dreadfully bored with Alec and the rest of these silly nobles. Isn't it fascinating? You want to strike me, but your weapon hangs loosely at your side. I wonder why that is. Oh, I know. It's because I will it. This is my world now. I feel your desire to please me, and I can use it to make you do as I wish. You believe the nobles are in danger? You want to save them? How sweet. They love me. They have given themselves to me. Thanks to the Remnant, I am their god. And now I also have you, the hero that Verandis presumed to use against my father and I. You're trying to resist me? Oh, what sport we shall have. But first, I have duties to perform. Come, join me downstairs. We must attend the celebration. Perhaps I'll even honor you with the first dance, before you try to kill me.
You need to resist her, my friend. You must break free of her spell before all is lost. Just as in Locrata, Loraya has cast a veil. It hides her, protects her. You must find a way to enter the illusion. The basement. I can feel slight imperfections in the spell down there. Veil is a powerful illusion, but just as at Locrata, you can manipulate its power using a tear. You have entered the Veil. Now find Loraya and finish this.
As usual, Verandis once again ruins my fun. I guess I'll just have to destroy. You hate me, don't you? Why does everyone hate me? See how the people love me. They even share my essences with me.
I never wanted it to come to this. I had hoped to save Loraya from this fate, or else I should have been the one to end her campaign. I'm sorry this unfortunate task fell to you. Loraya gathered the nobles here, played with them, forced them to love her. It was the closest she could get to real happiness since the loss of her mother. When she was done playing, she was going to turn them all into blood fiends. Your perceptions are excellent. She used this veil in two ways, to hide herself and to overwhelm your senses with illusion. Unlike Locrata, instead of shredding the veil, this time you used the tear to enter Lorea's illusion. With Lorea's death, the power of the veil fades. As soon as it dissipates, the nobles will appear. But now the final confrontation draws near. Gather our forces and meet me at the Shrouded Pass. We must return to the Doom Crag to end this.
What happened?
No one knows my pain.
By the Eight. Who did this? What happened to my people? Loraya Montclair? Yes, she arrived here. She said she was here to help. Then, I can't remember anything else. Is the rest of Northpoint... is the city safe? I need to get outside. Find my father. I need to make sure that Northpoint's all right. Of course. Give us a moment to compose ourselves and we'll meet you outside. People, listen to me. Let's head outside and make sure the rest of the city is secure. We'll return for the fallen later. Right now, the living need us more.
In the name of High King Emmerich, and in accordance with the laws of the land, I hereby order the arrest of Alec Dorel for treason and the death of his kinsman.
But father, it wasn't my fault.
You allowed an enemy into our city, into our home. Dozens fell to these monsters because you couldn't ignore a pretty face.
I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I'm not even sure what happened. Loraya said she wanted to help, and... I'm sorry.
Apologies won't bring our people back. It won't return honor to our family name. Guards! Take Alec away. You are dead to me, Alec. Dead to me.
I'm sorry I disappointed you, father. It won't happen again.
If you ask me, the Baron was too easy on his son. People died. On his watch. Blatant incompetence at its finest.
Tough family, huh? Not sure it was his fault exactly, but I've been known to do some crazy things for a woman. Never anything like this, though. I do have limits, you know.
The Baron can be a harsh man, but I always thought him to be fair and even-handed. To throw his own son in the dungeon for crimes he doesn't remember? That may be extreme, even for Allard.
You may not believe this, but that wasn't how I wanted our reunion to play out. But laws were broken. People died. I can't ignore our laws. Not even to save my son. I left Alec in charge. The safety of Northpoint was his responsibility. Someone has to answer for the deaths he caused this day. If I was in his position, I would expect the same treatment. Loraya paid, and for that I thank you. But Alec wasn't under a spell when he welcomed her into Northpoint. That was his choice. I won't leave him here to make the same mistake again. Shrouded Pass? That means Montclair is in the Doomcrag. Then the time has come to strike down the traitor and restore peace to our shores. But first I want to thank you for helping the people of Northpoint. I won't forget your bravery. It has been a grueling day. Restock and rest. We'll begin the march to the Doomcrag when you're ready. It has been a grueling day. Restock and rest. We'll begin the march to the Doomcrag when you're ready. Then the time has come to meet Count Ravenwatch at the base of the Doomcrag. Head for the Shrouded Pass, and find Verandis. I'll gather our troops and meet you there.
I've explored a few alien ruins in my time. Dangerous places. But you know me. I love dangerous places.
RK, preserve us. I don't relish the idea of climbing that cursed peak. But if that's where Montclair hides, then the Doomcrag is where we must go.
So Montclair is at the Doomcrag? Perfect. I always wanted to assault a haunted pinnacle high in the mountains.
No screeching. Peril had Raven in her
Yeah.
My friend, I am sorry you had to be the one to end Lorea's troubled existence. It was unfortunate, but necessary. And now, if we are to save Rivenspire, we must engage in another unfortunate act. The time to deal with Baron Montclair is upon us. Montclair is here. Of that there can be no doubt. He awaits atop the Doomcrag, where he somehow activated ancient defenses to block our path. We need to find a way around these defenses and then set up portals to transport our troops up the mountain. The book we uncovered at Locrata contains maps of the ruins, among other things. These maps show 2 portal chambers leading to the top of the Doomcrag. If you can reach the first chamber and open a portal, we can begin moving troops into position. Be on your guard. In addition to activating ancient defenses, Montclair has somehow awakened the Ayleid guardians that haunt these ruins. You may have to deal with them as well as you make your way into the first portal chamber. Of course, but let's try to move this along. I fear Baron Doral will charge straight into an Ayleid trap in his haste to make something happen. A recent appellation. It refers to the thick fog that develops within the pass up the mountain. But my translation of the text tells me this was once a great place of learning and worship, with pilgrimages occurring daily to the top of the Doomcrag. Baron Montclair must have triggered the ancient wards. Many of the passages have barriers that were not present the last time I was here. He also seems to have disturbed the bones of the ancient Ayleids. They are now awake and angry that we're here. The Locrata text may provide us with some insight that will help us deal with Baron Montclair. I just need to finish my translation. This requires great care and concentration. I don't want to make an error that will cost us dearly later.
Ayleid defenses? That doesn't sound good. But I'm sure you can handle it. Just give a holler if there's any way I can lend a hand. Not too much. Just the usual bickering between Tamrith and Doral. It's starting to wear on my nerves, truth be told. I needed a little quiet time. You could probably find the Countess and the Baron up ahead arguing about something or another.
I worry about Verandis. I know I shouldn't. He's brilliant and strong. But this whole thing with Montclair and the death of Larea, it has him all torn up inside.
Medusa wishes she could go with you, but Verandis has other tasks for this one to perform.
The large door straight ahead. Clearly, that's the main entrance. That's the way we should proceed.
This door is closer. It could provide a shorter path. Perhaps fewer blood fiends to contend with.
I'd rather cut through the enemies I can see than walk blindly into something I can't. The ruins might be full of traps.
My dear Baron, you have an annoying habit of never listening to a word I say. You'll do as you please, as usual. I pray to the light that we have the will and the strength to end the threat of Baron Montclair. I think the nearby door leads up to the next level of this ancient ruin. It has to be safer than trying to run that gauntlet of skeletons, as the Baron suggests. Scordo has already gone inside to scout out the path.
I'm ready. No, I am more than ready. The time has come to put Baron Montclair down like the crazed dog he has become. Yes, I'm well aware of the Count's plan. I suggest the direct approach. Straight up the path and through the door at the end. No skulking through Ayleid ruins as the Countess wants to do. And every enemy is in clear view along the way.
Are the nobles still bickering or discussing strategy, as they like to say? Gives me a headache. I needed to do something, so I decided to look around in here. Seems to be something up ahead, past the angry skeletons. Time to kick some skeletal arse! You go on ahead. I'll wait here and make sure the way stays clear.
What a strange chamber. Look at the tiles on the floor. I wonder if this is an Ayleid device to operate the barriers. Look! Something's happening! Can you see them? The Ayleid spirits! Watch which tiles they go to. always loved puzzles as a child. I just hope we don't get struck by lightning if we make an incorrect decision. Baron Dorel is pushing the troops forward. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't just charge in when we got here. I'm certain he believes he can take the Doomcrag on his own. We'd just get in his way. Only stories. It was once a great Ayleid city. It must have been glorious in its day. But when I was growing up, all the tales spoke of a haunted, looming spire. If you must know, the thought of going up there sends shivers down my spine. Each tile is marked with a constellation. Perhaps if we repeat the actions of the spirits, we can open the barrier that blocks our way. You did it! The barrier has disappeared. We can move on and try to find the portal chamber now.
you would find the chamber and open the portal. As our troops emerge from the portal and take up position outside, you need to make your way to the second portal chamber. Once you activate that portal, we can get the troops that much closer to the top of the Doomcrag. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We must step through each door we come upon in turn. For now, you need to reach the second portal chamber. Go on. Second portal chamber should be on the 3rd level. I want to make sure this portal is stable, and then I'll follow after you. Another barrier blocks our way. Look around and see if you can find a way to disable it.
Awake! The long eons of silence have finally come to an end. I speak in the coarse tongue of our servants, so that you may understand. Knowledge is the key that opens this door, and none may pass who have not gained knowledge. To the knowledge of which I speak, you must understand the cycle of time to pass beyond this chamber. When you feel you are ready, my riddle shall begin.
Ungar? That could mean iron. Or cold. I suppose this one refers to winter. The green shine? That's close, but not quite right. I'm guessing this refers to summer? Morelata? The dark light, dusk? I think this one was referring to autumn. Laurelace? The time of sweet water? That must refer to spring rains. I can use the root words embedded in the text to make rough translations.
Awake! The long eons of silence have finally come to an end. Tell me, what is the time of dawning? Of birth and nourishing rain? Time moves forward as sweet. Flowing water brings new life and new promises. A time of light and joy and abundant growth. Long hot days give way to short hot nights. The cycle advances as the golden sun fills each long day. An end comes to all things, and like dusk comes before the night, this cycle comes before the grey of iron death. A time of reaping, yes? Of preparing for the cold that fills the world. Tell me true, if you really wish to pass. What is the season of Iron Grey? What is the cycle in which the world finally dies, at least for a time? The last cycle, when warmth is but a memory, and rebirth seems an eternity away. Our duty has been fulfilled. We held the barrier in place until the proper time, which you unlocked, by understanding the rhythm of the cycles. And like those cycles, our time has come to an end. You may pass in peace.
The barrier has fallen. The portal chamber should be just a short way ahead. The Doomcrag waits just beyond this chamber. The Doomcrag and Baron Montclair.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to traveling by portal. One moment you're there, the next moment you're here. It's positively disconcerting. Better than I expected. We met with some resistance, but thanks to your efforts, we've been able to move our troops quickly through this death trap. We should be, once everyone has come through the portal. Why don't you check with Count Ravenwatch and see if he's ready? I hate to say it, but his knowledge has been invaluable in all this.
I didn't fight my way up here just to wiggle my toes in front of a fire. There's killing to do. If Verandis tells me to wait here one more time, I may just have to stab him. Right, I made it all the way to a cozy camp where we sit around and make nice while Verandis contemplates his navel. Oh, what joy. Where I really want to be is next to Montclair, with my hands around his neck.
I'm trying to talk some sense into the Countess. She needs to abandon all this light nonsense and start trusting in herself and her own abilities. Besides, she's much too pretty to hide her head inside a prayer book all the time. I think I'd have better success coaxing an Ogrim into my bed. The Countess won't listen to a word I say. She's convinced that religion is the answer to all our troubles. After this, I'm done with House Tamrith and beautiful nobles. Wouldn't be the first time I did something crazy, now would it? I'm in this until the end. After that, well, I'm sure something else will come along.
Verandis claims he has a plan to vanquish Montclair, but he hasn't been forthcoming with the details. Still, he's dealt honorably with us so far. I'm willing to let him take the lead at this point in the campaign.
I never really thought this day would come, but it is what Verandis has been training me for. I guess we're really going in there, into the Doomcrag. It's a bit scary, but I'm with Verandis to the end. I've seen the pain Verandis has suffered because of this place. It tortures him. Verandis has always been there for me. Always. I'll do anything for him. If that means invading the Doomcrag, then so be it. Probably more than he'll ever know. But that's besides the point. We need to end this and make things right. Even if we have to die to accomplish that.
Once again, you succeeded at the task set before you. Well done, my friend. A battle won, but the war rages on. We must reach the Lightless Remnant and destroy it. But Montclair will grow more desperate the closer we get to that cursed relic. Are you ready, my friend? Once more into the breach. I fear that Montclair will have a surprise or two waiting for us within the Doomcrag. I suddenly have the feeling that bringing an army up here was a terrible mistake. I fear that Montclair will have a surprise or two waiting for us within the Doomcrag. I suddenly have the feeling that bringing an army up here was a terrible mistake. Never mind that now. We must reach the Lightless Remnant and end this madness. Tell the troops to remain here. They need to make sure none of Montclair's soldiers follow us up into the Doomcrag. Do not question me. If my orders aren't followed to the letter, Montclair will defeat us, and Rivenspire will be lost. Talk to Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorell. Tell them what I have said. Then meet me at the bridge that leads to the Doomcrag.
Don't mind Verandis. He can get this way sometimes. Especially when the stakes are so high. But I'm sure he has his reasons.
What word, my friend? Is Verandis ready for the troops to ascend the Doomcrag? Remain behind and deny them the glory of being there when we achieve victory? Never! When Verandis starts his march to the top of the Doomcrag, we will be with him every step of the way. I'll leave enough soldiers to protect our flank, but our best soldiers are coming with me. Tell the Count that we're coming with him, whether he likes it or not.
Do you believe that man? And to think, I thought him to be dashing and heroic. But enough of such matters. You aren't here to discuss my personal life. Tell me, what news from Count Ravenwatch? Are we ready to march against Montclair? And as a little girl, I wanted a pet guar I could decorate with ribbons and call Penelope. But we don't always get what we want, especially in war. The light has guided us this far. It is not done with us yet. I thought I made that clear. The Count has been an invaluable ally, but he is not in charge of this expedition. My troops have served us well. They deserve to see this through to the end. Tell the Count that we're going with him to Doomcrag.
Hold, mortal. You must go no farther. Turn back now, and take the other mortals with you. Your flesh and blood is too fragile to withstand the power of the cursed relic. We only seek to save you from the fate that befell us so very long ago. This place is cursed, tainted by a terrible power that has grown corrupted and impure. We do not wish to see you succumb to its vile touch. When we came to this land many eons ago, we brought with us a powerful relic to help us tame its wilderness and allow us to survive. It was originally La Tanya, the light of life, forged by our greatest sorcerers. It helped plants grow and healed illnesses. It helped us bring life to this barren wilderness. We were attacked by the savages that dwelled here before us. It was a brutal fight, and much blood was spilled. Many died on both sides of the conflict. Blood and death tainted the light of life. The relic changed. It became Abagandra, the Lightless Remnant, a beacon of death. Moreover, when the vampire touched it, the corruption intensified, became more potent. If the relic is destroyed, the blood curse will flow unhindered throughout the land.
You must do exactly as I taught you. Yes, the power of the Remnant will call to you, tempt you. You must be strong enough to withstand that lure.
I'm ready for this. You know that. Stop treating me like I'm a novice, Verandis. I won't fail you. I won't let you down.
You have never disappointed me, Gwendis. But the Remnant is more powerful than you can imagine. Be on your guard. Now head inside. I'll join you in a moment. I trust you have spoken to Tamrith and Dorel. Are the soldiers standing guard at the second portal? The fools! I just wish I would have realized our mistake before we made it this far. I didn't realize that our proximity to the Remnant would be our undoing. The Remnant feeds off life, devours it. Not only will Gwendis and I be susceptible to its lore, but the soldiers, they're just more fodder for the blood curse. No, it's too late for that now. We have to move forward and hope we're not overwhelmed by our own forces. But if any of them turned into blood fiends, I promise to end their suffering as quickly as possible. This is where it happened. Where Layla died, and Montclair changed.
Where are Montclair's forces? I thought for sure we'd have to fight a horde of blood fiends to make it through this place.
Montclair is a strategist. He's waiting for us to make a mistake that he can take advantage of. I fear that mistake is about to be made.
Soldiers, spread out. Secure this
Heed
chamber.
my warning, Baron. This is no place for you.
You would deny our moment of glory, Count? The light shines on us this day.
There is no light here, Countess. Only darkness and death.
Arcade, protect us! What is that?
Baron Montclair. He's here.
Troops, on my command.
Welcome, Verandis. And like a good guest, I see you've brought me gifts to play with. Allow me to grant my blessing to your army.
This is exactly what I feared. He's turned our own troops into blood fiends.
Against you, Verandis. How does it feel? My daughter, you've taken everything I ever loved, Verandis.
I'm sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
My daughter loved you, Verandis. She loved you!
The Remnant. The power. It drove Larea insane. Are those giant skeletons?
Grant you strength.
Come out and face us, you coward. You can't hide from us forever.
Wyland, please. We can find a way to free you from this power.
To what end, my old friend? My wife is dead. My daughter killed by your own hand. What do I have if not this power? I think I'd prefer to let you experience my pain, my suffering, to let you see what it's like to lose everything you hold dear.
No, Montclair! Stop this madness!
Come, Gwendis. You look famished. Allow me to prepare you a feast fit for my new queen.
No, Montclair, please! I never should have brought everyone here. I should have handled this on my own. You're in danger as well. Montclair will eventually try to use you against me. Montclair has never left the Remnant Chamber. He was able to defeat us by working through a projection. I assume he's teleported Gwendis and the others to his side. I'm still connected to the one who turned me. The answer to our problem rests with him. If we are going to defeat Montclair, you must trust me this one last time. I will not betray you. We can discuss that later. For now, we need to reach Gwendis before the Remnant corrupts her and she feasts upon the others. Head upstairs and I'll follow right behind you. I can feel them. Gwendis, Tamrith, and Dorel are still alive. But I can also feel Gwendis' hunger. She won't be able to hold back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. Let's go. Be on your guard. Montclair will do everything he can to stop us. If Gwendis has been harmed, or any of our friends, I'll show him no mercy. Close. I can sense that Gwendis is nearby. Gwendis? What has he done to you?
Verandis, help. Please, help me. Their blood smells so good. These restraints, they won't hold me back much longer.
You must control yourself, Gwendis. We'll find a way to get you out of there. Show yourself, Wylan. Tell me what you want. Damn you, Montclair, answer me! I'm sorry, my friend, but it seems we're going to have to play Montclair's game to free the others. If we don't get Gwendis out of there soon, those restraints will break, and she'll feed on the nobles. Montclair has constructed a blood ward to imprison Gwendis and the others. The Remnant, its proximity is playing havoc with Gwendis' hunger. The urge to feed is stronger in her than ever. He's using alien magic to increase the power of the ward. I'll do my best to dispel it, but I think we'll need to destroy the statues if I'm going to have any chance to succeed. You must protect me while I attempt to unravel the spell. Montclair will strike when I'm distracted. You must keep me safe, or we'll never reach Gwendis in time. One more thing. Watch for an opportunity to destroy the statues. As long as they power the ward, my efforts will be less effective. Are you ready? Then may luck be upon us both. Gwendis, are you all right?
I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary.
Let's go.
I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. They won't hold me back much longer. We m Wait. What happened to the nobles? Did I remember wrong?
They're fine, nearly unconscious. I'm proud of your restraint, Gwendis.
What's going on in here? Is the Countess all right?
Damn it, Darian, slow down! Wait for me, you long-legged bastard!
The Baron and the Countess are fine, but you both arrived just in time to move them to safety.
Take them out? But we just got here. We want to help take down Montclair. Neither of us has had a good fight in... well, it's been at least a couple minutes.
No, Darian, this battle is not one that you and Scordo can win. Leave Montclair to us.
But... oh, very well. But I get to help take down the next would-be world conqueror we come across. Deal?
As you wish, brave Darian, as you wish. And now, my friend, the time has come to face Montclair. Rivenspire needs Tamrith and Dorel. They cannot be allowed to perish here. I need to help get them to safety before I join you up above. They will, with my help. Besides, I can't face Montclair just yet. There are preparations I must make to ensure our success. But time grows short, and you must distract Montclair to give me time I need for my preparations. If Montclair dies while connected to the Remnant, the relic breaks and unleashes its curse upon Rivenspire. No one would be safe from the Blood Fiend Plague. We need to stop Montclair, but we need to do so in a way that doesn't doom Rivenspire. That, my friend, is what I still need to work out. And while I do that, I need you to keep Montclair busy. You have done more than I ever hoped, my friend, and I am proud to have fought beside you. Now go. We both have jobs left to do.
Eselde is still breathing. That's a good sign, right? Of course it is. Montclair's forces tried to assault our camp. We held them off, though. Our mages put up some wards, so they should be fine without us. Scordo and I decided to come lend a hand. We've got this covered. Just watch out for yourself up there. Don't do anything foolish, like dying heroically or something. I try to avoid any kind of dying, heroic or otherwise. Besides, I'd rather you survive. Now go and do what you do best.
Look at this. We leave you alone for a bit, and look what happens. The Countess, the Baron, even the little vampire. Down and out for the Count. Well, we're here now. So what are you waiting for? Go and kick Montclair's arse!
Remnant wash over you! The Remnant and I are one! These mortal trappings mean nothing. There is no hope for any of you! You emptied me, but doomed Rivenspire! Let the power of the Remnant burst free!
The Remnant! It's cracking! You did it! The power threatens to break free. I can feel it. The power. I could consume it. Become stronger than I ever imagined. No. I can't give in to this temptation. I must remove the Remnant from this place. Take it to the plane of my master. We need to talk. One last time. Time is against us, my friend. I must remove the Remnant from this place before it is too late. I need you to do something for me first, though. Adusa, my oldest, most trusted ally. Tell her that House Ravenwatch is hers now. She must carry on our work. continue to train Gwendis and any others who need her help. Because I need to take this relic out of this realm. It needs to be transported to a place where it can't do any harm. I have made a deal with my master. Molag Bal has agreed to take me and the relic to Cold Harbor. It is the only way to make certain that Rivenspire is saved. Molag Bal will take the relic into his realm. Rivenspire and all of Nurn will be safe. The deal has already been made. It's either this, or allow everyone to turn into the very fiends we worked so hard to save them from. There is no other way. Tell Gwendis that I will miss her. She was always so full of life. Farewell, my friend.
Look, everyone! We've got a survivor! You actually survived the destruction of the Doomcrag? That's remarkable. I mean, I've seen you do some amazing things. I'll never forget our adventures in Glenumbra. But to walk out of a collapsed mountain? That's really impressive.
I thought for sure that dropping a mountain on top of you would turn you into a fine paste. Not sure how you got out of there, but I'm glad I was wrong.
It's finally over, isn't it? What a terrible price we had to pay for this victory, though. A lot of good men and women died, including Verandis. For a vampire, he turned out to be an honorable man.
What happened? Where's Verandis?
I'm glad the light saw fit to guide you back to us, my friend. If not for you and Verandis, we all would have died in there. The Count's name will be remembered. I promise you that.
You actually survived the destruction of the Doomcrag? That persnickety vampire really came through in the end. He was a good man. For a vampire, I mean. We won the day, and that's what matters. The people of Rivenspire are safe now. Just barely. We made it out right before the damn mountain came crashing down. I still don't know what kind of magic you did up there to defeat Montclair, but remind me never to get on your bad side. Before we go, you need to talk to Gwendis. She's not taking this well. I even tried my sad face. It usually works. She almost bit my head off. Anyway, we'll see you back in Shornhelm. All right, everyone. Let's gather up our injured and get out of here.
Darian's right. There's nothing left for us here. We need to return to the High King and let him know what happened.
Mage, we need a portal. To Shornhelm, if you please.
Of course, Baron. Only take a moment. The portal to Shornhelm is open, my lord.
He's really gone, isn't he? The mighty Verandis. I hate this. I really hate it. Sacrificed? Like in dead? What do you mean he sacrificed himself? No. Why'd you let him do that? Do you know how hard he worked to distance himself from the prince? If Verandis is still alive, the prince won't give him up easily. But why did he leave me here? I should have gone with him. How do you know what he wanted? He was everything to me. Why didn't he tell me what he was planning? Why didn't he let me help him? Saved us. Doesn't feel like I was saved. But Verandis always carried a great weight on his shoulders. Maybe that's been lifted from him now. I can only hope, right?
Before we go, take this. Verandis gave it to me, but I can't keep it. You helped him so much. You should have it. You helped the man I cared about, the man I loved, and you were with him to the end. This belongs to you. I need a little time to say my farewells. Don't worry about me. I won't do anything stupid. Promise. But you need to get back to Shornhelm. Without Verandis there, they're gonna need your help to figure out what happens next. I need a little time to say my farewells. Don't worry about me. I won't do anything stupid. I promise. But you need to get back to Shornhelm. Without Verandis there, they're gonna need your help to figure out what happens next. All of this, it happened because Rivenspire doesn't have a true leader. If that doesn't change, it won't be long before the region falls into chaos once more. At least, that's what Verandis used to say. I'll find my way. Verandis taught me well. And Dedusa's back at the manor. She'll keep me company. Things will be all right. It'll just take time. Now go. Get out of here and go help the High King choose a ruler for Rivenspire.
There's the one that defeated the corrupted spirit inside of the Weird Tree.
I have little time.
Smell that air. Smells like victory.
After a long talk with the Countess, it was decided that it would be best if I looked for other employment. I think she was just having a hard time dealing with her feelings for me. I expect she'll get all weepy when I'm gone. Well, now that she's no longer my lord and master, I might swing by and see if Isolde wants to indulge in any of her less theological fantasies. Maybe something along the lines of the farmer's lonely daughter.
We need to give you a nickname. Something like the Knife. How about the Doom Smasher? That sounds a little dark, I guess. I'll think about it. Nah, I'm not cut out to be a city guard. I think I'll go check out the Fighters Guild. I hear they're always looking for someone of my caliber.
I think that Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorel both could be excellent rulers. The important thing is that we crown someone. And today must be the day.
We've come through much to reach this point. We won a battle for the very soul of Rivenspire. Now comes the responsibility of rebuilding the kingdom. I hope High King Emmerich gives me the opportunity to lead us through the difficulties ahead.
You faced down Montclair and lived to tell about it. I'm envious, you know. Things are going well. I even plan to resume my duties in the Guard. Gwendis has been very patient. I still have a hard time with the blood-drinking business, but I'm learning.
It's a miracle that we survived and triumphed over Montclair, thanks in no small part to my steady leadership. May Arkay grant the High King the wisdom to see that I am the best choice to lead Rivenspire.
So here we are. Baron Montclair's dead, and that damn artifact is destroyed. Yes, you can pat yourself on the back, all right. You've saved Rivenspire, and that's no small thing. You do realize this creates a predicament for me, though, don't you? Well, I can't very well go on pretending the nobles can share the throne. Everyone knows what a colossal mistake I made there. I'm going to have to crown someone. A king or a queen of Shornhelm. Someone to rule Rivenspire, don't you think? Exactly. So I have to choose. Countess Tamrith or Baron Dorell. Frankly, since you've recently fought alongside the two of them, I would appreciate your counsel. Speak to them, if you wish. Think about it, and then give me your recommendation.
It's a miracle that we survived and triumphed over Montclair, thanks in no small part to my steady leadership. I do. Baron Dorell is a good man, but he can be dangerously short-tempered and is far too quick to act. Shornhelm has had enough impetuous rulers in its history. We need a thoughtful ruler who truly has the people's best interests at heart. Helping the people of Rivenspire recover. So many of the kingdom's subjects have been displaced. So many have lost loved ones. We must do what we can to restore the people's faith and get their lives back to at least a semblance of normalcy.
We've come through much to reach this point. We won a battle for the very soul of Rivenspire. I do. I've come to respect Countess Tamrith. She's a bright young woman, but she's not qualified to rule the kingdom. The coming days demand decisive leadership and a firm hand. You know that as well as I. That makes me the perfect choice. First things first, we need to rebuild our defenses. The Shornhelm Guard has been decimated by the Civil War, and we'll need to recruit and retrain hundreds of young men and women to restore our strength.
Take as much time as you like, my friend. It's only the High King and the entire kingdom of Rivenspire waiting. Good. Though I do hope you've given the matter due consideration. This isn't like choosing which tunic to wear in the morning. It will affect many lives and the future of the Daggerfall Covenant. Tell me then, House Tamrith or House Dorell? She's very young, but perhaps that means she will bring some much-needed change. Very well. If that's your counsel, I will make Countess Tamrith the Queen of Shornhelm. Are you certain she is the best choice, though? The bright young Countess Tamrith, then. I know she is thoughtful, humble, and as sharp as an assassin's dagger. I am sure she will make a courageous queen. Queen Eseld of Shornhelm. It even has a nice ring to it. Then it's decided. Thank you for your counsel. Both Queen Eseld and myself will be in your debt. After all you've done, there's no reward that can express my gratitude, but please, accept this gift. I'd feel guilty if I didn't give you something. If I might have everyone's attention, I have decided to
Might have a word with my husband's new best friend
of Shornhelm. Eseld Tamrith, please come forward. I hereby name your house the new Royal House of Shornhelm.
I give you my solemn oath, Your Majesty. I will lead the kingdom of Shornhelm with wisdom and honor, and I pledge my eternal allegiance to you and to the Daggerfall Covenant.
All hail the new ruler of Rivenspire.
Thank you for your faith in me. I will do all that I can to prove I deserve this honor. And you will always be welcome in Shornhelm.
I respect the High King's decision, but I can't hold my tongue. I have serious doubts about Queen Iselde's ability to rule. I hope she proves me wrong, or all of Rivenspire will pay the price.
You realize that since I made this decision based on your recommendation, that if ever there's a rebellion in Rivenspire, well, you'll at least have to help me clean it up.